In the right hand of the one seated on the throne of the universe lies a single scroll bound by 7 seals. This document contains the scripted conclusion of human history, yet it remains completely inaccessible. The setting is the absolute center of cosmic power. This is the inner chamber of the Creator, where the blueprint for everything that must take place next is held. The parchment is unusual. It is written on both the inside and the backside. Every inch of available space is occupied, leaving no room for the story of the world to be edited or diverted. These 7 seals function as a sequential barrier. They ensure that the contents of the scroll, the final justice, and the restoration of the world stay frozen in time until someone can prove they are worthy to break them. Breaking these seals is the functional mechanism required to initiate the end of the current age. Without an authorized hand to pull them back, the events described within the scroll can never begin. This creates a cosmic bottleneck. As long as the scroll remains closed, the future is paralyzed, and the suffering of the present age has no path toward a resolution. A powerful angel interrupts the silence, projecting a voice across every dimension. He issues a challenge. Who is worthy to open the book and loose its seals? The investigation begins in the heavenly realm. The search scans through the highest angelic orders and divine beings, looking for a single entity with the standing to step forward. The search broadens to the earth, looking among the greatest human rulers, and then descends into the depths of the sea and the underworld. No one is found. No entity in any corner of existence possesses the moral or sovereign authority to even look at the document. The narrator, John, begins to weep. He realizes that if the scroll remains sealed, the world is trapped. Evil will never be held to account, and the promise that things will one day be made right has been broken by a lack of a worthy candidate. While John is weeping, one of the elders in the throne room stops him. A candidate has been found who has the power to break the deadlock. The elder identifies him by 2 ancient royal titles, the Lion of the tribe of Judah and the Root of David. These titles suggest an apex predator or a conquering king. The natural expectation is that a figure of overwhelming military strength is about to step forward and seize the scroll. It is a logic we recognize, the idea that the only way to overcome an immovable barrier is through a display of superior crushing force. John looks for a lion, but he sees a lamb. It steps into the center of the throne room, appearing small and vulnerable against the scale of the cosmos. The lamb bears the visible, traumatic marks of a violent death. It is standing, yet it looks as though it has been slain. This creature is also marked by a strange divine anatomy, 7 horns and 7 eyes, representing the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. This illustrates the lamb's unique standing. 7 horns indicate a completion of power. 7 eyes indicate perfect knowledge of the world it will judge. It holds absolute authority specifically because it experienced the ultimate depth of suffering and sacrifice. The Lamb approaches the throne and takes the scroll. The silence of the universe ends the moment the document leaves the right hand of the Creator. The authority to move history towards its conclusion was not earned through a display of violence, but through the Lamb's willingness to be the victim of it. The moment the Lamb takes the scroll, the inhabitants of the throne room, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders, fall to the ground in worship. They begin a new song, declaring that the Lamb's blood has purchased people for God from every tribe, language, and nation. The scale of his authority begins to radiate outward from this single point. The radius of worship expands again. Millions of angels, 10,000 times 10,000, surround the throne, shouting that the Lamb is worthy to receive power, riches, and glory. Finally, the sound reaches every living thing in existence. Every creature in heaven, on the earth, and under the sea joins the chorus, validating the Lamb's right to rule. A single act of sacrifice has achieved what no amount of celestial searching could. It has unified a fractured creation under one authority. This vision challenges our assumptions about how the world is actually governed. We look for power in the loudest voices and the most aggressive actions. But the narrative of Revelation suggests that when history feels deadlocked, true sovereignty rests with the one who has already paid the ultimate price to redeem it. In the throne room, the celebration is just the beginning. The Lamb is holding the blueprint for the end of the world, and the tension is reaching a breaking point. The search for the worthy one is over. The hand of the Lamb is moving toward the first seal, and the history of the world is about to be torn open.